Here are 11 ways in order to get what you want from a guy by communicating to him. Hello, my name is Greta Bereisaite. I'm dating and relationship coach for women. For the awesome high-value women secrets, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I upload new videos every Sunday, and in between I usually upload some shorts. And just before I will share with you those 11 ways on how to communicate to a guy what you want from him, don't forget to take my free self-awareness test to find out, are you behaving as a high-value or a low-value woman, which I will drop down in my video description box below. Also, if some of you still don't know, I have a book which is available for sale on Amazon if you would love to learn how to become a woman of high value from the core. And if you like my merches, goals and not to the drama, you can also get it on my YouTube store or on my website. And I have a free goodie, ladies, for you to download. It's called Love at Last and it's available on my website. The link will be down below. So my ladies, now without further ado, here are the 11 ways on how you can communicate a guy with your presence, with your action, and even with your verbal communication on what you want. So here comes the number one, and it's a bit of a cheeky one. Surprise, surprise. Let him figure it out. Now, why should you let a man figuring it out? Because if you present to him on a first date who you are, what you like, what you want, what is the point for him to keep on dating you? He kind of already knows you inside out on a first date, and frankly, it's a bit boring. Whereas what is more fun to a guy or anyone else, in fact, it's figuring you out by getting to know you, getting to know what you like and what you dislike. Perhaps he'll do some things that you do not like, yet he'll learn from his own mistakes and he will see for himself what type of woman you are. Because at the end of the day, you might describe yourself in a certain way, but a lot of times we ourselves don't even know what we truly like, what we truly dislike. Therefore, let him figure it out and learn from his own failures, from his own mistakes. Number two, communicating your every single desire or your every single want or need can come across very, very selfish. And yes, in the beginning, if he is crazy about you, if he is so smitten by you, if you are insanely attractive to him and you guys bond and click and everything is great, you may not even feel the need to communicate anything to him because he'll just do everything right. Because when a guy is attracted to you, majority of men know exactly what to give you in order to charm you. Apparently, they are not that dumb as we imagine them to be. So sometimes we don't need to communicate anything because we already know everything through their life experience of dating other women and them communicating it to the guy. And many times when we don't even communicate anything, when the guy is sweeping us off our feet because he's so insanely attracted to us, many times men even make us experience things that we didn't even know it's possible, that we didn't even knew guys do these type of things, or that we didn't even knew that we will like that. Basically, when a guy is totally into you, many of them will show you a whole new world that you have not even experienced before and that you didn't even know you like. So by not over communicating, you keep things very exciting for him. Now, as I said, on the other hand, if you are communicating all your desires, and this usually comes from a place of feeling needy because you're feeling rejected or neglected, or perhaps he's not doing the things he used to do for you anymore. Perhaps he's not sweeping you off your feet that much because perhaps he's a bit turned off by you. maybe you have done some unattractive behaviors that turned him off a bit and he's giving you less. And this is where women usually go to the guy and we start to communicate their needs. Now, ladies, when you do this and you constantly tell a guy what you want and what you need, and you bring up a conversation about your needs and how you would like it to be done 10 times a day, you're gonna come across like a very, very selfish person, and you will keep doing this over and over no matter how perfect your verbal communication is. You will turn him off. Ladies, imagine if a guy every single day, 10 times a day, would communicate to you what he wants you to do and how he wants you to behave. You will think like, wow, this guy only thinks about himself. Am I his servant or something? It's so annoying. Why he keeps trying to change me? So instead of changing yourself and doing things for him, you'll just get turned off and you'll start to pull away from the guy. So this is what happens to him as well. Number 3, over communicating your feelings towards every single thing can come across really attention seeking, very vulnerable, and very needy. Also, it can come across very insecure, like you're taking every single word personally. Perhaps he made a joke and you're taking it personally because you're assuming that he's trying to purposely hurt you. Therefore, you decide to share your feelings with him. Perhaps you wanted him to text you straight away or at least within an hour, and he took couple hours to reply. Now the next thing you're doing, you're communicating your feelings to him, how he's taking you for granted, how it's rude, etc., etc. Basically, ladies, if every single chance things are not done your way, you're communicating your feelings to him, hoping that he's gonna change his way and he'll just jump whenever you click his fingers. This is not going to happen. And instead of him submitting to you, all he's gonna do is just gradually get turned off by you and slowly will start to pull away from you. Number 4, I get this with a lot of very feminine girls that like to talk quite a bit, right? So asking a guy, how was your day? Or how was your trip? And expecting him to share every single detail of the trip or every single detail of the day. Ladies, if a guy has been talking to people all day long, he's been working all day long, and he comes back home and you ask him how was his day, and you will expect him to share every detail of his day, majority of men will find it insanely draining and will not want to talk about it. Now, women, for some reason, assume that men don't find it draining, that we just hiding things. And ladies, if you'll actually accuse a man of hiding things because he's not sharing things with you, based on your own assumptions and insecurities, and perhaps you even start to behave cold towards him because he's not sharing things with you, it just shows that you're lacking trust in your partner. And to him, this whole concept over time will just get too much. Instead of sharing more, he'll start to pull away from you. The same goes if somebody comes back from a little trip or a holiday location, etc. Yes, some people like to talk and share every single detail, as other people just want to rest. And we share some details from their holidays. We open up to you as the time is passing by. So perhaps we will remember some fun detail from the holiday tomorrow or a couple days later or in the moment, and we will share some little bits from their holiday along the way. Key is to let a person open up freely with no pressure and not take it personally by letting your insecurities take over. Number 5, don't be scared of awkward silence, because sometimes it gets people to open up. A lot of times when we like somebody or when we are a bit insecure or anxious, we try to fill in awkward silence, especially with the new people or when we are on the first couple of dates, thinking that awkward silence will just make the other person being bored of us, like we don't have a character, like we don't have a personality. This is not true, ladies. And sometimes when you'll keep going with the awkward silence and you're not gonna jump in first trying to lead the conversation or asking too many questions, what the other person will do, they will jump in, they will start to lead, or they will start to open up towards you. And all you need to do is just patient, have a sip of your drink, and wait. 6, following from the awkward silence tip, another tip how to get a guy to communicate more with you would be not asking him questions. When we ask a person questions, sometimes we can feel like we are interrogating them, like we want to find out more about their day or what they've been up to, because we are feeling noisy or we feeling insecure, or perhaps because we want to control that other person. So unless you know a person really well and you know that they like it when you ask them questions, I would hold on that and let a person share things freely if we feel like sharing it. And what's surprising is when we do not ask questions, majority of the times people naturally step in and start to share more than you would ever ask them in the first place. Number 7, the best way to communicate with somebody is, if you don't like something, set in a boundary. So if a guy did something wrong, don't let the steps pile up. Call him out on the first wrong baby step that he took towards you gently. For example, please don't talk to me this way, or that was rude, or I did not like that. And if he keeps repeating that, don't go on nagging and complaining how you feel, what you like, what you don't like. Majority of times when you overshare your feelings, it just comes across needy, attention seeking, and it's all about you and you and you and you. And it all can just get super draining, and like a whole new conversation open up about feelings and your past and whatnot. Instead, just keep things simple, keep things logical. Tell him that you find it rude, and if he continue doing that rude thing, what you do, you just step back. Now, ladies, communication is not just verbal. Communication can be an eye contact, communication can be a body language, communication can be action. And a lot of times when you communicate with action and when you communicate with body language, people pay more attention to that than just words. Number 8, appreciate when he does nice things for you. So ladies, he did something nice, say thank you. If he did something really nice and he went out of his way, say a bigger thank you. Basically, always appreciate the things that you like that he does for you. And sometimes if it's something small and casual, just be happy when he does it, like greet him with a smile. I would say the biggest note in all of this is make sure not to be rude or take for granted when he does nice things for you. Because trust me, men are very smart, they are very logical, and when you take them for granted or you don't appreciate the nice things, and instead if you're behaving rude, smart men immediately take that nice thing away from you, and then it becomes very difficult to get it back. Number 9, a bit of a sneaky way to communicate things to a guy, what you like and what you don't like, through a third person. So if you're discussing someone else's relationship, or perhaps you're watching some drama on a TV, and the guy in the series did something that you didn't like or that you would not appreciate, you can show your dislikes or your likes to the third party without pointing things out to your guy personally. And trust me, if he likes you, if he's into you, he will pay attention towards every single word that you say, and even if he doesn't say anything, you will definitely note that in his mind. Number 10, and this is really important, please remember that men are men, we are not women, and don't expect him to communicate with you like another woman would be communicating with you. Or don't go to him like he would be your girlfriend and you're just going to her whenever you want to vent about your feelings or emotions or what happened through your day, etc. Again, men are not women, and majority of men still do not understand why women vent for no reason, as it doesn't make sense to them, and we don't get it that just venting and talking about things make us feel better. And what we do, we offer you solutions. If anything, it will just make you annoyed. Therefore, if you want to vent and share things and overshare things and get a hug in order to feel better, don't go to him, go to your female friend. Saying that, I do find it that females nowadays started to give solutions left, right and center, then all you want to do is just vent, and for her to say I find it that for this type of feminine venting, it's actually insanely hard nowadays to find a female that actually does that. And here comes the number 11. Ladies, it's one of the guy's biggest love needs is respect. Then you will show a man respect by not nagging at him, by not putting him down, by honoring him, not praising him and worshiping him, just honoring him, trusting that he will do what he said he will do, by not questioning him, by not acting needy, attention seeking, etc. What he will do in return, he will appreciate you more, and he will go out of his way, charm you more, to please you more, to behave in a way that you like him behave. However, if you will nag, complain, blame, not trust him, dishonor him, and you will want him to do nice things for you, majority of the time this is not going to happen. So ladies, these were 11 ways on how to communicate to a guy what you like and what you don't. If you like my video, please press like, let me know in the comments below what did you think. Join Greta's High Value Women's School, where we are all in the same boat, learning how to be women of high value and bring out the best in our men. Follow me on my Instagram is called Ladies Relationship Coach. And for one-on-one coaching with me or a member of my team, book us through my website, which is called Bereisaite.com. Get a membership for my incredible VIP high value women tribe, where we do coaching lives 5 times a week, and we answer everyone's questions in that private Facebook group. My VIP is truly phenomenal, and if you would like to find out more, the link will be in my video description box below. So thank you so much for watching. Kisses from Dorset. Mwah.